When people move to Chicago, they usually give up any hope of having their own garden. With dense masses of buildings, roads, and alleys, there just isn't much room for plant life in the concrete jungle. But one group is changing all that and adding a social justice twist. The group is called Let's Go Chicago, and they're planting community gardens in perhaps the only areas that haven't yet been claimed by concrete: backyards. The program, which began 4 years ago, is called the Yard Sharing Network. To put it simply, people donate their backyards to Let's Go Chicago, who then build a garden that can grow anything from peppers to kale to tomatoes. One yard can grow up to 1,000 pounds of produce. But the point isn't produce, it's community.
We have constructed these kind of spaces of individualism and self-focus, but there's a lot of beauty in focusing on knowing the people around you and the needs of the people around you, and it contributes to neighborhood safety.
That was Molly Costello, one of the founders of Let's Go Chicago. In addition to fostering community, the group has another principle, and that's to bring fresh, healthy food to city communities. In fact, the group donated the produce they grew to 5 local families last year.
Our food system really needs to change. But here in the city, it's kind of hard to wrap our heads around how we can at all be involved in that change. So Rogers Park Yard Share Network is focusing on creating more space to grow food in the neighborhood.
The Yard Share Network only operates in 7 Rogers Park locations right now. But the hope is that the concept is simple enough to be replicated by groups in other neighborhoods.
But if we can create a small successful model and say, hey, Edgewater, you try this here. Hey, so, all over this city, all over other cities, if we can create small replicable models, that's how we'll be successful. By really sharing these things and not having to reinvent the wheel.
Let's Go Chicago is teaming up with Loyola University in the summer of 2014 to expand the yard sharing network even further. With Loyola News, I'm Ted Ballantyne.